Good morning. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's 4:30 a.m. I'm at the gym. This guy right here. There's a guy who comes out here. I've literally watched his weight fall off. He's here before me. He's older. I'm safe. Late 50s, mid to early 60s. Parks right in front of the gym. Handicap on the back of his car. He's here every day. More fucking committed than a fucking 20-year-old. He doesn't do a whole lot. I know what his plan is. He's smart enough to know that if he does something every day, he'll build on that. You don't build a house in one stop. Start with a brick. And that leads me to what I was thinking on the way over here. I've come far. I've come so far in my journey. I've come far enough to know that when people say life is not about the destination but the journey, what they're saying is you pick up so much knowledge. You pick up so much different tools. The life becomes a bigger challenge, but you have so many tools in your arsenal. I'm quick to give somebody an encouraging word, and I'm quick to do that because I understand what they're going through. This young lady at the gym, she says, man, I see you here every day. You're doing it. How the fuck do you do it? And I said, listen, if you can resist the temptation to quit at least 3 times, I said, you'll be able to do this forever. I said, but let me give you the asterisk. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not a competitive person at the gym. There's no need to be. I walked in there by myself. I'm gonna leave by myself. But I do look around to see the consistent faces. And then I look at the ones who take a day or two off. And then I seen a post yesterday and it said, while you're giving 20%, there's somebody out there giving 120%. There's somebody out there going to outwork you the moment you stop. That's just a part of what I've learned on this journey. That's just one part of some things that I've learned. Besides the fact that it's going to be hard. I'm able to take a lot of the things that I'm learning and help my kids, help my wife, knowledge, skills. How I present to a client now is not how I would have presented to them a couple years ago. The areas that my business are going into would have never went there if I had not built the confidence. And I'll tell you something. My physical fitness regimen started with one thing: doing some push-ups. Committing to just 20 push-ups before I got in the shower. And then it snowballed into all this. My faith started from just saying, go to church once a month. Now I can't get enough of what's going on in there. The way it makes me feel. See? Too many times on our journey, we think that we have to do what other people want us to do, even if it doesn't agree with how it makes us feel. Well, you invited me over. Well, I gotta be honest, I'm not coming because something about our past does not make me feel the best about being around. Just because you invited me doesn't mean I have to show up. My eating correctly all started with cutting out fast food. Get into a McDonald's drive-thru and guess what? Pull right up out that bitch. I don't care if there's 20 cars behind me. Back up. I made a mistake. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Or sit in the line and wait for it to get down and go straight past the drive-thru window and say, nope. I promised myself. This whole getting up early thing started with getting up at 2:30. Now it's 1:50, 1:55. Every morning. It's not easy, but it's worth it. When you get on your journey, you'll start seeing that what you once held in high regards and high esteem, if it's still there, after you've went through all the trials and tribulations, after you went through all the emotions and all the wanting to quit and all the crying and all the tears for happiness, the sadness, to why am I doing this? And those same things that you thought were important in the beginning, if they're still there, then those are real. Those are real goals. But I guarantee money will shake off. Things will shake off. See, those are just end results of everything else. Those are just end results of the journey. Those are motivating factors to push you forward. But as you go further and further through your journey, you recognize something. There's a lot more important things that you can focus your time and your energy on that will pull you through those tough times. It's not the destination. Trust me, the only destination that you really are striving to get to is heaven. That is it. That is it. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and you write your last chapter in your journal, in your book of life, the only thing you need to do is put a period on it. It's everything that you did in between there. I like the saying when they say on the tombstone, there's only one really important factor on that tombstone that is of any significance, and it's not the date you were born, it's not the date that you died, but it's the little dash in between, which symbolizes everything you've done in between the time that you came into this world and the time that you left this world. Oh, the game is deep. So many people are unhappy because they think that there's so much more purpose and power inside of having things versus creating something that they can leave behind. I heard somebody say yesterday that the things that you do for yourself, you take with you. The things that you do for other people, you leave behind. You got to find where your power is at. And then you got to play that hand. Because as long as you keep thinking your power exists in money, you keep thinking your power exists in a car. You keep thinking your power exists in a status. As long as you keep thinking your power exists in something that it doesn't, then you are living under a veil of darkness that has you completely confused about what your purpose is, and you'll never find your power, and you'll continue to struggle. You'll continue to be unhappy. You'll continue to search for love in all the wrong places. I was just thinking today, and I was thinking about Malachi once again. He's on my mind. I struggle with this. This is, and I give into this because it's a struggle. But here's the fact of the matter with Malachi. If I had to instill in him one thing that I know that would help him through life, is that if he read the Bible, he'd probably be the smartest man in the world. He would probably be the wisest, most intelligent person in the world. Because for all the books I read, that's the one I don't pick up. Don't get me wrong. When I was in prison for 10 years, I first read the book. I second tried to read it and understand the book. The third time I read it, I studied the book. The fourth time I read it, I fell in love with the book. And it's a basis behind everything that I say and do. I'm just imperfect because I'm a human. I'm a human. And I'm not going to be perfect. But my actions speak loud. Stay blessed. Take care. I'll shoot one at you tomorrow.